Hello guys, this is Marshawn from Mountain Toe, and I wanted to talk to you today about being the hero of your own movie. You know, this is one of my favorite topics. This is something that I live by every single day I wake up. So let me give you a little background how this all came to be. So I was in a marketing company. I was working there for a couple of months, and let me tell you, it's the craziest hours I've ever worked. I worked not even 24 hours a fucking day, if anything, if there's more. But yes, pretty much 24 hours a day. I would wake up pretty much at 7 and get home around 3 in the morning. So all I was ever doing was working. I made a lot of money. You know, I learned a lot of skills, but the thing is, it was taken away from my life. Ultimately, what influenced it is that all of my bosses had such an influence on what I wanted to do. So all of my decisions were basically controlled by them, or was heavily influenced by them, and it wasn't influenced by what I really wanted to do. You know, it wasn't coming from inside. I thought that's what I wanted, but the thing is, I was actually living by their standards and I wasn't living by my own. You know, so when you're the hero of your own movie, what does that mean? That means being the superhero of what you want to do. Okay? It's not living by the standards of like, oh, my boss or my mom, you know, my mom will get mad at me, my mom wants to do this, you know, everybody's riding on this. You know what? It's time to ride on you. What do you want? Because at the end of the day, when you're on your deathbed, all those people that actually had those high expectations probably won't give a shit about where you're at right now. To be honest with you, most people are just very selfish in a good way, because at the end of the day, you have to look out for yourself. You have to know where you're going. Nobody else knows where you're going, because not everybody is you. Nobody is you, actually, to actually get more deep into it. You have to know what you really want to do. Okay? If your dream is to become a ballerina or a rapper, you should be chasing those dreams. You know, there's no dream that's too stupid. If the thing is, I actually go by, if people aren't laughing at your dreams, then you're not dreaming big enough. Okay? You're not dreaming big enough if nobody's laughing at them. So this thing is, like, you're a human being. You're in a world where you have all this opportunity. You know, whatever you want to be, you should always be striving for that. As soon as you get up, you should be striving towards it. Even if it's small steps. It doesn't matter if it's small steps or big steps. As long as you're going into that same direction, that where you know where the destination is, that's the most important thing there. It doesn't matter if you're broke at the time. It doesn't matter, you know, if you're going through a little bit of hard time. As long as you're going towards that path and you know where that destination is, you're fine. You know what I mean? You're fine. The funny thing is, even when you're training, you're going to start off a little bit small. You're going to start off a little bit weak. It doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It's just the process. You're not going to be perfect at it. You know, because if you were perfect at anything that you started, or all aspects of the journey, then, you know, the journey wouldn't be that important at the end of the day. You know, because you wouldn't have gone through the heartache of, you know, a failure or anything. You wouldn't have those massive lessons to go along with it, and you wouldn't actually hold it to the same degree as if something that was just given to you. You know what I mean? So always have an adventure. And adventures can be, you know, up and down, you know, it can be sideways, it can be across, but always be striving towards being the hero of your own movie. Do what you want to do. Do things that fuel that journey and fuel that destination and fuel your progress. You know what I mean? You're a goddamn superhero. There's nobody to tell you that you're not.